The road to the Kentucky Derby 2025 continues, and this time, let's get an update on the trail. We've had some recent maiden and allowance winners, some Beyer speed figure updates, and also some stakes contenders pointing for the next round of preps. We're going to be taking a look at Rodriguez, Sand Devil, and also give you an update on the 2-year-old champion filly, Immersive, being sidelined until the summer. But let's start off. We go to Tampa Bay, and earlier this week, it was a big win for John Hancock. He made his debut. It was at Tampa Bay. He was bet down to the favorite and looked impressive. Pretty much goes wire to wire, led him into the stretch, and then John Hancock re-breaking at the 8th pole, winning this one by 3 lengths officially. But look at this final time, 109.45, and he goes the 6 furlongs. John Hancock winning his debut. The trainer is Brad Cox. The sire is Constitution. And this is the 3rd Brad Cox winner in the last few weeks. We had Gunmetal at the Fairgrounds. We had Tappan Street at Gulfstream. And now John Hancock at the Tampa Bay. An 81 Beyer. John Hancock is a half-brother to Speech. Now, Speech was a nice filly. She won the Ashland Stakes, a grade 1, and she was 3rd in the Kentucky Oaks, finished with almost $500,000 in career earnings. Now, Rodriguez, we talked about him in our last update. He won at Santa Anita. He's by Authentic, the first crop. His Beyer was upgraded. Originally, it was a 93. Now they've made it into a 101, one of the few horses to eclipse that 100 Beyer speed figure. Brisnet speed figure came back high at 95. Rodriguez, trained by Bob Baffert, he broke his maiden. Now, the one thing is he did add Lasix in the second start, so we'll see if that helped him as well. But another exciting contender to have as we go into mid-January. Now, the big news from Godolphin Blue on Thursday was Immersive being off the Kentucky Oaks Trail. She's the juvenile champion for fillies. She won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. She won the Spinaway Stakes. And Immersive going to be out until summer. That's one of the 3 Brad Cox fillies that was kind of pointing for the Kentucky Oaks. They've still got Good Cheer and some other runners, but Immersive out until summer. Now, Immersive with her sidelined, the Oaks prep's going to kick back into gear. We've got the Silver Bullet Day at the Fairgrounds, and then we go to the Rachel Alexandra, Martha Washington in a couple of weeks at Oaklawn Park, and of course the Devona Dale and the Forward Gal Stakes coming up at Gulfstream Park. Now, the Jerome Stakes winner, Cyclone State, he came out of his Jerome Stakes in good order, pretty much went wire to wire. Saudi Derby could be next on February 22nd, and the Withers or the Gotham, other considerations. It looks like it could be the Gotham. They don't want to stretch out to that Withers distance of 1 1/8 miles. Of course, Cyclone State with 3 straight wins, and Chad Summers trains that one. Now, looking at some of the other action, you've got Sand Devil. He picked up a nice allowance win at Aqueduct last week, a couple of days before Cyclone State won. He got an 82 Beyer, but look at the burst of speed down the stretch. Big win. What I like is the progression from the first start to start number 2. He's already got a start at that track. And this one trained by Linda Rice, going to be pointing most likely for the Withers Stakes. But Sand Devil, I thought, was impressive in a 6 furlong race, then came back and won start number 2 as he could be going into stakes competition next. Another one that's targeting the Gotham could be Scorching. Now, Scorching is a 2-time stakes winner at Woodbine, and Scorching was put up by disqualification the last time, officially ran second, got placed first as the winner bumped a few horses. But Scorching, a stakes winner before that, been running up at Woodbine, going to go synthetic to dirt. But Scorching, possibility for the Gotham. Of course, that's at 1 mile. That is a 50-point race. A lot of times those Gotham winners pretty much can qualify for the Derby. It becomes a win and you're in, but it does add some depth to that New York division of horses, pointing for some of the winter races. So we'll see what Scorching can do in the Gotham. Now, the Pasco Stakes going to be run on Saturday. We do got a preview of that race up. The horse that's favored is going to be Owen Almighty. rookie card ships in from Aqueduct, and you've got a couple of other horses, one from Gulfstream Park that ran second in the inaugural Naughty Rascal. Make sure to watch that preview. Donut God's going to wait until the Swale Stakes, but we kick back in next week with some more points races. We've got the Gotham Stakes preview coming up this weekend. They draw a week out. Then we've got the Silver Bullet Day preview, the Southwest Stakes at Oaklawn Park on January 25th, Holy Bull, Robert Lewis, and Wither Stakes, the first of our separation Saturdays coming up in just a few weeks. Free racing picks, we've got 2 editions coming up. We're going to have the LeCompte card from the fairgrounds, all the races, top 3 picks for that. And then also for Pegasus Day on January 25th, we'll go through all 3 top 3 picks for all the races. Sign up. If you're already signed up, you're good to go. If you haven't signed up, it's the best deal in racing. Free picks about 20 to 25 times. We'll have the Oaks Day, we'll have Belmont, Kentucky Derby, and some Breeders' Cup picks. And then the Triple Crown Prospectus started up this week. Issue number 1 is out. 2,000 words. We talk only about the 3-year-olds, a subset of the population, a continuing conversation. We talk about the fillies, we talk about the Oaks, we talk about maiden winners, allowance winners, preview some of the stakes races, keep you up to date if you want that in your mailbox every Monday. 2,000 words. The new this year is the Sig 6 and also the Prospective Gold. You can look for it in the description below. This is even more writing on the Triple Crown. I did 2 issues this week. We talked about Sand Devil, we talked about the Rodriguez Speed Figure, and we also talked about how hard stakes races are to win. Took a look at some examples of some horses that dropped down from stakes races into allowance company. That's all part of the Prospectus Gold. You can look for that in the description below. So lots of things to sign up for if you're interested in thoroughbred racing and the 3-year-old scene. And it's free. Sign up, look for it. We've got the racing picks link, Prospectus Gold, and the Triple Crown Prospectus every Monday. Now remember, support the channel. Best way you can do that, hit that subscribe button. You can comment, like, share, or give thanks to the channel. And look for the tip jar in the description as well as we go down the road for the Kentucky Oaks and the Kentucky Derby. We do have a preview up of update on the Pegasus Stakes. Earlier this week, Mystic Dan announced that he's running in the Pegasus Stakes. We've got Locked, and we've also got runners like Saudi Crown, a recent winner of the fairgrounds. And it looks like we're going to have a field of 12. We're going to have another Pegasus update on Saturday. A lot of news coming out of there, some recent workouts. White Abario back on the tab. Looks like he's pointing for the Pegasus Stakes as well. What did you think of Rodriguez? Also Sand Devil and John Hancock. Leave a comment. D. Wayne Lucas always says, people have opinions, horses have the facts.